For those of you who have been subscribed here for a while, make sure you resubscribe and re-click the bell icon to receive all notifications, because YouTube has been changing that receive all notifications to receive notifications once in a while. So make sure you change that up. Make sure you adjust that. Click that thing down there. Do it again. Come on. It only takes a couple clicks. Pretty easy to do. And thanks. Now on with the video. Train the muscles, not the joints. So here's a good subject to talk about. Maybe I'll just talk about this right now while I am on my way to the gym. And that's, do isolation movements help you gain muscle? Because a lot of times you see people do isolations, then you see people do compounds, and there's almost like this worship going on the internet, like the compound lifts, the deadlift, the squat, the bench press. It's like worship. There's like a whole like underground type of Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom thing going on. Oh deadlift, oh deadlift, oh deadlift, oh deadlift, squat, oh mighty squat, oh mighty squat, oh mighty squat, bench press is king, bench press is, you know what I'm saying. So the thing is that recently I've been messing around with some isolations for chest, because that has been a challenge for me just because of my shoulder dislocation and you know, that hockey injury thing we always talk about, blah 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 blah. My excuses for the way I bench press and stuff. But the bottom line is that I have a labral tear. So whenever I was doing isolation movements, I just felt a grinding. So I had to kind of mess around with it a little bit to see if I can find proper placement for my shoulder. And I have found a proper placement to a point, and it seems like it's really helped bring my chest up. So I thought, that's a good question. You know, a lot of times people on the internet, they're like always about compounds. They're worshiping the compounds. But the thing is that an isolation movement, well, this might be isolation, but I'm not getting much of a pump. But the thing is that an isolation movement can sometimes be just the trick in order for you to get results in a certain muscle group, because a lot of times when you go to train that muscle group in a compound type lift, what happens is the other body parts start to take over, or maybe there's a joint instability that takes over and causes a different appropriation of where the stress is. You know, you're trying to train bicep curls, but you're just getting nothing but delt burns or neck tightness or whatever, like who knows what it is. But the bottom line is that it is helpful. In order for you to hit that muscle, you have to do some isolation movements from time to time. Hello? I've been isolated here for about an hour and I'm still not getting a pump. Still not big yet. I'm gonna have to start deadlifting soon. That isolation stuff doesn't work. With chest, it might be a fly type movement, or it might be a machine type movement, which helps you really get that squeeze in that muscle group. Now, I know I've talked about squeezing and all that, and squeezing isn't as important as the stretch, but the bottom line is that it is important for that muscle group to hit absolute failure before something else does in a set in order for you to get results there. So that's something for you to recognize, and you better recognize. You better recognize, man. That's what I'm saying. You better recognize. Wow.
Hey, where can we get that super cool t-shirt?
Well, you can get it at naturalgallantbodybuilding.com.
Wow.
You get this shirt at naturalgallantbodybuilding.com right there. That's right. naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. I bet you don't have one of these t-shirts yet. Get them on there. Oh, so you get like 1,000 on your Facebook page. The fact is that if you're doing shoulder movements, you're doing chest movements, back movements, whatever, if your back or your chest or whatever it is you're training is not hitting failure, then an isolation might be the trick for you. You might need to find that perfect angle or that perfect movement where you're just hitting that muscle group. So you're just concentrating on that muscle group itself hitting failure. So yeah, compounds are a great way to hit the overall system and hit a lot of different muscle groups, but you will find that there will be one or two muscle groups that lag behind, and that's where you need the isolation in order to get that muscle group. So for me, it has been my chest development because of the injuries that I got from hockey and stuff. It changed the proprioception in my chest. So my delts took over even more so than they usually did during bench press type movements or any type of pressing movement. So I find that now doing these isolation type chest movements and isolation machine fly, it has helped a lot with my chest coming up. So as you can see it. You can see my chest coming up. So watch out, man. I'm gonna take over the world because everybody knows big chest and then you're the best, right? Something like that. Latest hip hop track. If you have a big chest, you're the best. You know, something like that. Maybe I'll do that. If you have a big chest, you're the best. If you have a big chest, you're the best. Anyway, I hope this helps you out in your training. I hope this helps you have an open mind when it comes down to isolation movements as well, because as a bodybuilder, you want to stimulate all those muscles, not leave any of them out. So thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get home, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks a lot to the patron supporters, and take care for now. Mountain. How long have you been here for? Would you say that you've gotten bigger since being here? Has this isolation helped your training? You're awfully quiet about it. Trees have no sense of humor.